Today I'm excited and I'm going to share with you my immigration story. How I came to America, or what were the reasons for me as a dream to come to America, what type of visa I used to come to America. After arriving in America, how I changed from one visa to another visa, from another visa to become a permanent resident or green card holder, and how I changed from being a green card holder to become a citizen of the United States of America. Because if I share that particular story, it can help others who are looking for different ways to come to America or to go to other countries and be able to succeed in those particular countries where they go. And I'm saying this way because some people already know some of my background or my immigration story, but we have so many brand new people. And recently in my Telegram group, which has thousands and thousands of people, in case you are not the member of the Telegram group, please go to the link in the description and join the Telegram group. You can be able to be connected with so many people with the same or similar interest. So people are arguing, did I get green card through green card lottery or DV lottery? Because people wanted to know, because why do I know a lot of things about DV lottery? Probably I'm one among the winners. So welcome everyone, this is Ernest Boniface Makulilo, EBM, and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your continued support of my YouTube channel. I would like to say three things. Number one, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Number two, remember to share this video to other networks, to your colleagues, to your friends, to your WhatsApp group, to a Telegram group, any group, whatever you want, you can share to others. But the third reason or third aspect, I would like you to like this video. The more you like it, the more YouTube is sharing this particular story to inspire others. Again, I'm EBM, talking from my home office here in Belton, Missouri, United States of America. So, it is a story time. And this story I'm going to share with you, it starts with the childhood dream. For some people, they can have the plan to come to America, maybe at a certain age, they are already older. But for me, it was a childhood dream. When I was 5th grade, 6th grade, 4th, 5th, and 6th. But around that time, in 1994, 1995, back in my hometown, small town of Kigoma, Tanzania, that's where I'm from. There are certain situations, I was still very young, I said my dream would be to go and live my permanent life in the United States of America. I remember at that particular time, it was difficult for a child of that particular situation background. You are not that particular rich. There was no much of the internet back then. And you say, I'm going to live in America. Everybody thought, first of all, you are crazy. You're just a little kid. You do not know what you're talking about. How do you go there? So that was number one. So that's why I usually talk about so many ways, because I looked at every single way on which one I can be able to use to come to America. Yes, one of the ways is green card lottery, but I applied so many times for the DV lottery, I never won DV lottery. So I want to make sure for those people applying for the green card lottery and don't win, don't lose hope. I applied, I don't know, more than 8 years, I think, 5, 6, whatever, for many years, but I didn't win. But I'm here. Now, I'm a US citizen. There are other ways you can use to apply or to go and reach your dreams. So in order to do that, I wrote a memoir. The book called From Shithole to Trumpland is a memoir, a book about my story. And if I go, before you judge about the book by its cover, but I want to read just the back cover to mean what I mean in the summary of what I'm trying to explain. There is no perfect family. We have no perfect parents. We are not perfect. Do not get married to a perfect person. Neither do we have perfect children. We have complaints about each other. We are disappointed by one another. Therefore, there is no healthy marriage or healthy family without the exercise of forgiveness. That's a quote from Pope Francis. And I continue from there. We don't have perfect We don't have perfect country, as we don't have the perfect family. All countries have their own disappointments, stresses, and frustrations. It doesn't matter which country on earth you live, whether be the United States, Canada, Tanzania, Kenya, Norway, China, Sweden, Democratic Republic of Congo, Ghana, wherever. There are good and bad sides. We all have aspects of shitholes. We are all from shitholes. I moved from one shithole to another shithole. I moved from Tanzania to the United States of America. Meaning, there are good things in Tanzania, and there are bad things in Tanzania. There are good things in the Democratic Republic of Congo. There are bad things over there. There are good things in America. There are bad things in America. There are so many things which you can be able to excel. There are so many things will make you so much depressed, so much poor, so much confused, and sometimes you can lose hope. So in this book, which I wrote about my life, the first chapter is called The Decision Year, 1994-1995. And this is the beginning of why I decided to come to America. And this book, I also made it in audio. But I didn't read the book basically with my accent, and different from Americans or people from Western world. They have the culture of reading books. They know how to read a book as a story, someone to be interested to hear. Not like me, we don't have that particular culture. Growing up, reading a book for a child, reading a book in a way, it can sound better. So I had to hire someone from Canada. Is a guy who has traveled in many countries around the world. Bill Franchak is from Canada. So I'm just going to play just few seconds or few minutes, few seconds of this particular book. It says as follows.
Chapter 1, The Decision Year, 1994 to 1995.
Three things.
Three important things happened between 1994 and 1995 in Kigoma, my hometown. They all made sense to me back then when I was just in 5th grade. I was a 13-year-old boy, ambitious, determined, dedicated, and a true believer that everything is possible. Fast forward 23 years later, everything I dreamed of and planned at that moment connected today. This is the point where I agree with Steve Jobs that you can't connect the dots looking forward. You can only connect them looking backwards. So you have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. You have to trust in something, your gut, destiny, life, karma, whatever. This approach has never let me down, and it has made all the difference in my life.
So that is the start of the book. How is it starting? I'm not going into detail about those three important things happened in my hometown. Back I was in 5th grade, whatever. But at that 1994, 1995, I made a decision. I was a 13-year-old child or a boy planning to go and live my entire life in America. 1994, 1995, there is no Google search. There was no WhatsApp, there is no anything. So it's just like the imagination, but I had to start looking what are the ways, legal ways I can go there and succeed. So while I was in college, so for those who know me, I studied with them, secondary up to the university. They know for sure my entire goal, junior high school, university, everybody knew from day one, if they know me, that this guy's dream is to go to America. So it was not a secret. Like, my goal is to go to America. Yes, I might go take a detour to go to Europe, but the aim or the end product was to come to America and live here and become an American citizen. And that was my life. That's what they were planned. So I had to find what are the ways. Yes, there was the green card lottery. I knew that. Down the road, whatever, when I was already high school, going to college, I knew that. But despite of knowing that, I know the chances of winning. Yes, you have equal chance, but why should I wait only for the lottery? So for me, when I was growing up, I knew like the best shot I have, one of the way which is having a very big chance of guarantee was through education. If I get good grades, I perform well, I have a very good resume, I will be able to go and get education in America, or Europe, then I can come to America. So for me, that was number one priority. And then I had to look at that time, what will be my biggest distraction? My biggest distraction will be falling in love. So I didn't want to be falling in love, because sometimes you might make a decision based on, oh, yes, I got the opportunity to go to Norway, but I have a girlfriend, maybe is pregnant. I didn't want to have any distraction. So for me, I focused. That was the goal. Study hard, make sure that you get good grades. I had to volunteer, I had to work even for some getting money while I was still at the university or finishing high school. Then I was building my resume to make sure that I come. So while I was already in at the university, I got what I call different opportunities. One of the opportunities was to visit someone in America. But that time, I have a penny poor friend was already to pay him for my ticket and everything. But I got also the opportunity to do the internship with the United Nations through the agents, UNHCR, UN refugee agents. So I said, no, I cannot go to America. I have to get this opportunity, first of all, of doing the internship with the UN. Doing that one also helped me a lot, connecting me to the global level, meeting most of the staff who are from other countries. And while I was doing my internship, we went to one of the refugee camp for a special assignment. While I was there, I met 6 people who are students from the University of San Diego here in the US. At that time, I was in my second year, getting ready to go for the final year. So while I was in my second year, doing the internship, I met those students. They were doing Masters of Peace and Justice Studies. But before, we were just talking with them. 5 of them, they were Americans born and raised here. 4 were Americans. 1 was Brazilian, and 1 was Tanzanian. And the Tanzanian one is from Kigoma, my hometown too. So I know the person, but I knew his sister. But was studying here, but was also an employee of the UNHCR. So we were talking like you were asking so many questions, whatever. My goal, even in my book here, I wrote I was planning to study peace and justice and all kinds of things. So they gave me even the email address of the dean, associate dean. So I started knowing more about conflict resolution, so everything. So for me, that was also increasing my chances of finding different ways. So went back to the university and I applied. While I was still studying, I applied for one program to come to teach Swahili language in the United States. And that program, they are going to take at that year, for my year was 2008. So they are going to take, we took 12 people, I think, if not mistaken. But to people who appeared at the information session at the US Embassy, we were more than 300 people. I told my friend, if they need one person, that person is me. Because I'm highly focused. I was already determined my entire life to find the opportunity to go to America. And this is the opportunity. Then I applied the program. I was shortlisted for the interview. I did a very well interview. We took the English test, and I got the plan to come to America. So I was in my final year of the university. Already, I know for sure I'm going to America. I do the final exam. I know which date I'll be into the flight coming to teach in America as a Fulbright scholar. So I came in America. In August, I flew from Tanzania on August 15. I arrived in America on August 16th. I went to Stanford University first of all for 1 week orientation before I went to the university, Marshall University in West Virginia. So it was a full program. They paid for my visa fee. They paid for my flight ticket because it's a US government program. Then they paid for cost of living here in America for full year. That's why my son, my son's, who is the first child, the name is Benedict Fulbright Makulilo. Fulbright is after Fulbright program, which brought me to America. So that's the reason behind. So I came through that particular program. But when I was coming here, I was not planning to come to stay here illegally. So I was doing my teaching, but my goal is to go for the next phase, to stay in America legally. So I had to apply for master's program, scholarships. So I applied 25 universities for masters, and I got 3. 1 in Europe, 2 in America. So obviously I have to stay in America. That is my goal. I went to the University of San Diego, the same university I met those 6 people who were doing internship a couple years before, then I went to the same university. And I did my master's in peace and justice studies. I was given 60,000 US dollar as a scholarship money. That's how I was able to move from Fulbright J1 visa to student visa F1 visa. So that is part 1 of this story. Wait for part 2.